Sometimes it's easy to forget how magical it is to transform a blank page into something recognizable, like drawing cute cows and markers, until someone asks me how I even begin to do that. The way they ask makes it obvious. Artistic transformation feels like magic to them. For me, art feels like breathing or walking. It's just something I do, something I need to do, something I've always done. And yet, when I pause and look at it with fresh eyes, it does kind of look magical. We people have this incredible ability to take a fleeting thought, a spark of inspiration, and transform it into something others can see and experience too. And while I use the word magical, I fully believe art is a skill that can be learned. That's what this video is about. It's a moment in my journey to continue making art and to teach myself how to work with new media, new tools, new subjects like cattle, and see what I can transform into art for my home. I think sharing the artistic process and learning about supplies and techniques is what demystifies art and moves it from magical to possible. If you like cattle, if you're an artist, or if you're simply art curious and want to peek inside an artist's brain, then this is for you. If you're one of my regulars, thanks so much for coming back. If you're new here, hi, you found me. Welcome. So, a little about me. I'm a multi passionate artist. By this, I mean I like to work in various media and subjects rather than picking one or two as my niche. This leaves me free to try new things, like drawing cows and markers, which I later plan to paint as well. And it lets me juggle these passions. For example, while I was drawing these, I was also sculpting horses and preparing wood panels for painting cows. It lets me explore where inspiration takes me, wherever it takes me, and I love that. The connecting theme is my joy for exploring nature and the animals within it, and the animals around us. I have this deep desire to portray the animals I get to meet, like all the cattle I saw at recent fairs, or out grazing in fields as I hiked past them or drove past them. Using pencils, markers, paints, clay, or any other media that catches my fancy lets me record these fleeting moments in life. It lets me document the world the way I see it as an artist, and it lets me translate it with my own hands. The result is a memento for my home as well as an artistic memory for my friends and loved ones to enjoy too. That's why I make art, and that's why right now I'm drawing cattle. I'm pretty sure this big male, or bull as it's called, was a Holstein breed of cattle, unless it was perhaps a black and white Jersey. He was huge, whatever he was, and so I wanted to sketch him in a way that he fills up the drawing and feels both powerful and peaceful. That moment spent with him was one of my favorite memories. Does anyone else have a memory with an animal like that? I think that's the thing I take away the most from cattle. They're so massive, and yet they are often very calm and sweet. Or at least they've always been very sweet every chance I've gotten to meet them. Blue is often a color people associate with calmness and safety, so rather than drawing a truly black bull, I used mostly dark blue markers. I kind of love how simple planning can really evoke mood and story in artwork, and I think there's opportunity for artistic magic here. This first cow, I think, has the cutest profile and sweet eyes, and I want to try and emphasize that in my sketch. Later, when I draw this cow, I really want to emphasize the sweet face with paint. I'll think about that a lot as I choose my brushes and techniques. I like to sketch loosely, especially when I'm making little studies for larger paintings, yet I do spend a little more time to get the likeness of things like faces and make sure my anatomy is generally correct. Or at least I try to make sure it feels correct. This is based off some real cows I photographed that I presume are either brown Swiss or Jersey breeds, yet I've not seen ones with such dark heads. I'm pretty new to cattle breeds, so if someone knows exactly what these lovelies are, please let us know in the comments. I love their colors and markings. While it's a lot of brown, there's actually a lot of fun to be had mixing different brown colors. My marker selection is limited, yet I had fun using champagne, a few grays, a saddle brown, red henna, and dark indigo blue. Minus the grays, these are all saturated marker colors that, on their own, don't seem appropriate for a brown cow. Like indigo blue for a brown cow, that shouldn't work, right? And yet, if I layer the colors right and use a little color theory, they all blend in a way that's convincing. Color theory, it either amazes or breaks your brain. Speaking of marker colors, this brief intermission is for all the artists and art curious who ask about my supplies. The sketchbook I'm using is a Royal Talents Art Creation sketchbook with smooth, creamy colored paper in 90 pounds. The paper weight is just heavy enough for a bit of mixed media, which is perfect for me. It isn't thick enough to prevent bleed through of alcohol-based markers if you were wondering, though they don't seem to bleed onto the next page at least. My markers are Winsor & Newton Brush Pro Markers. These are the colors I used the most during this video. Later, I also add in these Tombow brush markers for extra colors, which you'll see in a moment. And the pencil I'm using is a Faber-Castell Polychromos in Caput Morton Violet color. This is one of my favorite pencils, especially for sketches. And back to the cattle. This next sketch is based from 3 photos I took on my hikes, where one photo provides the sky and mountains, another for the field, and a third for the cute Black Angus breed of cattle. I often get a lot of my inspiration on hikes or on drives through the country, as it provides a lot of opportunity to see cool plants and animals to make art of. And I'm really enjoying this idea of combining different photos I took to create a scene that doesn't actually exist, but looks real. Being able to combine different reference photos from my hikes to create a whole new world feels like magic too. In this composition, I'm intentionally keeping the cattle small, in the hopes it helps the viewer imagine what it must feel like to be a cow underneath all that big sky, grazing endlessly rolling hills. My hope is that using the technique of scale will convey its own magic when people experience that feeling of wide open nature. By the way, if you want to see more of my sketchbooks, I have a tour already on my channel, as well as lots of videos like sculpting horses, painting pets, printmaking my designs on shirts, and more. Like I said, very much juggling lots of different passions over here. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about your own creative journey or what drew you to cows. Get it? Drew you to cows. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll show myself out. And let's finish with a sketch of 3 of those mysterious brown Swiss or Jersey cows all settled in for a nice nap. With this sketch, I really try to color it in with colors that create a quiet, peaceful mood. In the painting, I hope to bring this out even more, perhaps creating the feeling that the barn is the cozy kind of dark, with a ray of light shining through a big door to illuminate this row of sleepy cows. The other and perhaps most magical thing about art is how it changes you, especially when you try it for yourself. For example, I now see the world in blocks of color, value shifts of dramatic shadows, the sparkle of a catchlight in an animal's eye, or the rhythm of a horse's mane as it trots on a breezy day. I'm always thinking about what pencil lines would capture that mane, or what paint colors will convey the mood of light. I stop my friends and family on hikes to say, "There's a painting over there," or "This frog would make an amazing photo portrait." And now, when I notice things, I notice them more slowly and appreciate them more deeply. In short, the ultimate magic of art is how it transforms people's appreciation for the world around them. Best thing? You don't even need to be good at art for this transformation to happen. Just pick up any pencil, go ahead and draw those stick figures, and notice your appreciation change the more you look and draw, or paint, or sculpt, or take pictures, whatever catches your fancy, really. Later, I have planned to transform these ideas even further with paint. Some will be little 4x4-inch wood panels, and some will be a bit bigger, like maybe 8x8, 9x12 inches. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope to see you in that next video. Until then, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and sharing with a friend. Bye!